Headlines and our top focus, what is transpiring in Karnataka? Karnataka's ruling Congress government is heading towards one of its biggest political transitions since returning to power in 2023, with Chief Minister Siddaramaiah expected to step down and Deputy Chief Minister Shivakumar emerging as the front-runner to succeed him. The anticipated change of guard comes after a prolonged internal negotiation, months of leadership speculation and high-level intervention by the Congress High Command in Delhi. Now, according to sources, the Chief Minister has sought an appointment from the Governor Thawarchand Gehlot at 11 a.m. today in order to tender his resignation. We're tracking some breaking updates as far as these developments in Karnataka are concerned. We're learning that Karnataka Home Minister G. Parameshwara has arrived for the breakfast meeting at the CM residence Kaveri in Bengaluru. He's also spoken to the media. Listen in.
Calm down, guys. Wait. For a breakfast meeting, what's on the breakfast?
See, Chief Minister has called all the ministers for a breakfast, and before he submits the resignation, he wants to thank all the ministers for their cooperation and things like that. That's why he has called a breakfast meeting.
So will we be seeing Siddaramaiah sir now moving to national politics, sir, as a Rajya Sabha member there? Because as a senior party member from a party, sir, of course you would have a message about it as well. And the role that he has played as a OBC leader as well, sir, is the community ready for it? But firstly, will we see him in the national
these decisions have to be taken by the High Command. I at this point of time, I am not aware whether he was offered a position in Delhi. It is up to the High Command.
But sir, is the state leaders, as a senior leader, are the state leaders, sir, are senior leaders,
ಸತೀಶ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರ ಕೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಈಗ ಸಿಗ್ತಾರ ಅಲ್ಲಿ
ಸಿಎಂ ರಿಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಾ ಸರ್?
Sir, as a senior leader, sir, are senior leaders from the party ready to send Siddaramaiah to national politics, sir? Because party
No, it is all up to the High Command. As I told you, it's all up to the High Command.
Sir,
when is CM vote taking ceremony expected?
All that will be decided later. Thank you.
Sir, when is it expected likely?
Thank you.
so last question, you see, sir, if at all the OBC community, how are they going to react to it if Siddaramaiah has been made to step down as
And also
CM?
Dalit community.
What kind of a repercussion would it see on the ground? Know it better, you have sensed the pulse, sir.
You just wait and see.
Sir, also Dalit community, please. Sir, especially.
All right, there of course we've heard what G. Parameshwara had to say. He stated that the Chief Minister has called all the ministers for breakfast, and before he resigns, he wants to thank all ministers for their cooperation. He is meanwhile not aware whether CM Siddaramaiah was offered a position in Delhi, and this decision is up to the High Command. My colleague Belly Thomas is joining us from the ground outside Kaveri. Belly, what's happening? G. Parameshwara is the latest high-profile minister to arrive. We'd seen Shivakumar had arrived earlier as well, and it seems the meeting is just about to commence.
Absolutely, Pia. So those were the visuals of the Karnataka Home Minister G. Parameshwara arriving for the breakfast meeting here in the CM's residence at Kaveri in Bengaluru. And here, what we gather from sources as of now is that even as the Congress loyalist legislators of Siddaramaiah is kind of lobbying for more number of deputy chief ministers positions in case if the chief minister position is given to DK Shivakumar. So that is the kind of discussions that's happening at the breakfast meeting at present. As we gather that these positions of deputy chief ministers would be sufficient enough to satisfy all the communities in Karnataka, mostly the backward classes, the Adivasis and the Dalit communities. So this is what is being discussed as of now, is what we gather from sources now. And like you rightly pointed out, the high profile Minister G. Parameshwara is also a contender for the CM's position. He has already expressed it to NewsX earlier interviews that he had with us. So clearly what we gather now is that there is a kind of lobbying for the deputy chief minister's positions, wherein they would not let out G. Parameshwara, who is at present having the home department portfolio in Karnataka. He has also arrived for the breakfast meeting, and we are kind of given to the understanding that even though if these ministers say that it is always with the High Command what they decide, the legislators here would convey it to the High Command as to what the people's wishes are here. Like when it is to do with the minorities community, or the backward classes, the other backward classes, or the Dalit population as such. So they also should be kept satisfied in this transition of power in Karnataka. So that is what is being discussed in the breakfast meeting with all the Congress legislators who had been called upon by Chief Minister Siddaramaiah, is what we gather at this point in time, Pia.
All right, Belly, stay on with us. More updates are coming in. Political activity has now intensified in Karnataka as several cabinet ministers have arrived at Chief Minister Siddaramaiah's residence for this crucial breakfast meeting that shall commence shortly. The meeting, of course, assumes significance amid strong speculation over a leadership transition, with sources indicating that Siddaramaiah is likely to outline his future course of action. And reports, of course, are meanwhile suggesting that the Congress leadership has asked him to pave the way for a change while offering him a Rajya Sabha seat. Joining me on the broadcast is Mr. Shekhar Vijayan, political analyst. We also have Ms. Rajlakshmi Joshi, political analyst, with us today morning. Thank you so much for taking out time and speaking to us on NewsX. Mr. Shekhar Vijayan, I'd like to rope you into the discussion over here. As far as the developments today morning are concerned, we've seen the ministers arriving, but they so far have been tight-lipped on what is going to transpire. G. Parameshwara has been the sole minister who's given some sort of indication that yes, CM Siddaramaiah is going to step down, but he has remained mum as far as the future course of action is concerned. There were a lot of reports circulating that Siddaramaiah is likely to be given a Rajya Sabha berth. When the elections had taken place back in 2023, and Congress had come to power in Karnataka, there was a lot of murmur about, a 2.5 year formula. Because DKS, of course, as a lot of analysts have pointed out earlier, he is one of the primary forces behind the consolidation of the cadres on the ground, behind the consolidation of the votes in Congress's favor in the assembly elections in 2023. But he was given the position of deputy chief minister owing to seniority. Of course, this paves the way for DKS, but it's been more than 3 years since then. And how do you see all of this panning out? What do you think has really gone in the decision-making process as far as the High Command's final outcome is concerned?
Yeah, thank you for having me over, and a fellow to my friend Rajalakshmi also, who's a fellow panelist with me. I think what I really want to start off with is the fact that regional politics has actually taken over national level politics. You have regional leaders actually playing ball here more than national level politics. Yes, we talk about high level command, and these are nice names to give. But I believe the bargaining power, the leverage is now with the regional leaders. There's been a drastic shift, and I see that in the Congress, which is happening right now. They know that Karnataka is the last bastion for them. If they need to win 2028, if they need to win the future elections, they need a stable government at the center. Both of them, Siddaramaiah as well as DK Shivakumar, commit strengths of their own kind. For example, Siddaramaiah has proven governance experience, whereas DK Shivakumar, can motivate the cadres, and he's come from ground level up. So those are the two things which define them. The second thing here is, with this power struggle which is happening between both of them. In the last elections, it was decided that after 2.5 years, DK Kumar would get the berth, and they went back on their word, and that's why this entire conversation is happening around it. Now, what's really important for Congress is that they need to get a stable leader at the top. They're also going to be dealing with the fact that both these leaders, have fans who look out for them, have supporters at both sides. They don't want to ruffle feathers. It's going to be a very strong test of leadership, not for Karnataka, actually for the high level command, in terms of how they take a decision here, because it's going to be important. Everybody is going to be watching them. Opposition is going to be watching them. If they make a wrong decision, it shows a fractured mandate. It's also done in such a way that once the elections got over in Kerala, they wanted to make this happen. They also know that Bangalore is going to be, Karnataka is going to be really important for them. In terms of economy, in terms of what it brings to them as in terms of development. So they want to play this very well. But I believe the winds of change have happened. The regional leaders are actually calling the shots. You will find a lot of mixed meetings happening now. A lot of secret meetings happening now. People not coming out and saying openly about who will be the chief minister. But I think it's already been decided. DK Shivakumar is going to be the chief minister. If anything last minute happens, then I think it could change. But he's been somebody who's been a loyal servant of Congress. He's moved ground level up. He stayed true to his word. He's the one who manages things for them in the background. And everybody knows that Congress won the elections because of him organizing things around Congress in the last elections. Whereas Siddaramaiah is more of a mass leader. He appeals to the minorities more, whereas DK Shivakumar will bring a more aggressive bent to Congress if he comes to, if he becomes a chief minister. So both come with different strengths, both come with different opportunities. But what's really going to be important here is nothing has come out in the open. And that's where the so-called high command really has to take a quick decision.
Indeed. And I'd like to rope in Ms. Rajlakshmi Joshi into the discussion here as well. As Mr. Vijayan has pointed out, it's a lot of the regional power tussle that is really at play over here. But one cannot deny this is of concern to the High Command, because Karnataka is one of the crucial states for the Congress party, apart from Telangana, now Kerala of course, and Himachal Pradesh as well, and their alliance in Tamil Nadu. It's one of the few states that they have power in. Speaking of what we can expect in the future, there are murmurs that Siddaramaiah has been offered a Rajya Sabha seat. How do you view this? Is it something that will be quite substantial, or is it more ceremonial? Because then he would of course come to Delhi and he'd be involved in the power circles in Delhi. At the same time, we've seen the interest of Delhi as far as the Congress High Command is concerned. Randeep Surjewala, the Karnataka in charge, has been holding back-to-back meetings on the ground as well. What are your expectations?
A very good morning to you and to Shekhar and to all your viewers. And yes, it does seem like there has been this this huge tussle going on right from the time of formation of government in Karnataka, and it seems to be a never-ending thing. And I don't think that even if Mr. Siddaramaiah resigns, or if he moves to Delhi being a Rajya Sabha MP, I don't think that it will end with that as well, because all said and done, he enjoys a huge clout with a large number of MPs, MLAs. So that was the reason why the High Command was not able to actually move him or not give him the post of the CM. So, the power tussle was mainly because he holds the power among the MLAs, and it is Mr. DK Shivakumar who is the deep pockets. So that is the reason why it was a very tricky balance kind of a situation among the within the Congress, and they were not able to actually come to a conclusion even till today. So now it is like it is a little undecided. He has been given some time to maybe convey a decision about whether he's willing to go to the Rajya Sabha or not. Now, even if he goes to the Rajya Sabha, and even if it does look like it may be a visual distance from Karnataka, but even then, he still has a hold over the MLAs. And at the same time, he is going to definitely make sure that the Karnataka Congress head, as well as, say, maybe the deputy chief ministers or even the chief minister, will be of his choice. So he is definitely going to make a lot of demands about all of this, and he's going to make sure that a lot of power still stays with him, and he still has a lot of wielding power. So that is how I see it. And also, he has still again hinted at this caste census. So which is again another controversial subject, because even though Mr. Rahul Gandhi has been speaking about it repeatedly, you know that the Congress had done this caste census in Karnataka, and yet they did not reveal it because it was creating a huge controversy and a lot of trouble among the